We were told that the flop that was the Thunderbolts was supposed to be the first and the best example of Marvel's new refined approach to quality instead of quantity for the MCU. And well, because that was a catastrophic failure, I'm sure the Fantastic Four is going to be the first and best realization of that proper strategy actually implemented at a time when we were properly crafting a film instead of trying to make it up as we go along. And because Marvel, well, that's the last film that they have in the can, because the next thing that's coming out is, well, actually it's going to be Spider-Man, but then after that, then you're going to have Avengers Doomsday, so that's going to be what? That's that focus of quality over quantity that's going to be featuring 70 plus named characters. How are you going to square that circle? But we'll get to that bridge when we need to cross it. But yeah, the other projects that they have out there, as we know, Ironheart has been done and dusted since the beginning of 2023, and then you have Wonder Man, which who even knows what the hell that is. But the first thing to properly be done under the quality over quantity edict will in fact be the Vision Quest show. Now, what the hell is that? Well, it's supposed to be the capstone of a trilogy of shows for Disney Plus, the MCU's television division. Everything that kicked off with the original release of WandaVision, and then the second part being Agatha All Along, and then finally culminating with a Vision, or Coom Vision, White Vision, rediscovering his humanity alongside Ultron. What the hell is going on here? But yeah, okay, so we got some new rumors for this Vision Quest show. Not that I'm all that interested in it. It's like, yeah, Paul Bettany, I do like him quite a bit. I think he's quite a talented actor in the character of Vision. There's a lot of fertile ground to delve, and I'm sure he'll do a very good job with it. It's just, I have no confidence in any of the showrunners, any of the writers, directors, or anybody that they bring on at Marvel to do something competent with the characters of the world that they have inherited. And also, recent remarks from other showrunners under the Disney umbrella saying, oh yeah, Disney Plus is broke, and Disney knows that there's no money in streaming. This right here, if these rumors are to be believed, kind of backs up those claims. So Vision Quest rumors gives a new plot details for the MCU show. So what are we talking about? More information about the upcoming Disney Plus series Vision Quest has made its way online, notably a rumor about the show's plot and who Vision will meet in the show. According to a recent report from noted insider Daniel Richman, Vision Quest will feature in part a storyline where White Vision, Coom Vision, travels to Madripoor, a fictional island in the world of Marvel, where they already have multiple sets, and hell, even one was a videotaped by that totally legit leaker that definitely hopped a bunch of fences, definitely weaseled his way past security. Oh, hey guys, those sets are very much there for Doomsday. Oh, get excited to remember things that you have seen before. And also the set was used for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if you remember that as well. So yeah, if they're looking to cut costs, I mean, Vision going to Madripoor kind of makes sense too, right? Okay, it's just for a character standpoint as well. So yeah, okay, it all makes sense. Okay, it makes sense in the confines of the character. So there could be, hey man, there could be a little bit of hope here. Fictional island, yeah, the world of Marvel. While Vision is searching for his memories and how to restore them, he will meet Ultron, but in human form. I beg your pardon? So we're going to have Paul Bettany, potentially Chris Pratt, and James Spader doing buddy cop show? That could be fun. All right, okay. Oh, but you've also got rumors of what? That's not even a rumor. That was official casting for what, Jocasta. We have that gay black activist coming in, ruining all the guys' fun. Yeah, this is gonna suck. But anyways, the rumor doesn't expand on how Ultron would be in human form or how he will be presented. However, we do know that James Spader will be back in the character for the series. Okay, past rumors have Cosmic Circus's Alex Perez also suggests that several story elements from the Armor Wars were transferred to Vision Quest. All right, yeah, that show's dead and dusted. Sorry, Rhodey. We know that you've been around since the beginning, but we got to go ahead and make room for Ironheart, potentially explaining the new storyline. Previously, Richmond, better known as Daniel RPK, recently said that Rudra Malika, who is a Marvel, Marvel Studios has tapped to play the role of Tommy Maximoff, also known by a superhero named Speed in the series. Okay, Tommy is the older twin brother of Billy Maximoff, who is played by Joe Locke, yes, who is a Wiccan, and he was in Agatha all along. Initial reports on Vision Quest, were unclear if the series would adapt the actual comic book storyline. Oh, we know that Marvel, especially in today's day and age, they just take characters and plot beats that they like. Hell, that's even the modus operandi for the Russo Russo brothers. It's like, yeah, we take a look at some of the story. We take a look at some of the comic book stories, and we just do whatever we want with them. We use them as a loose outline. It's like, oh, great. That's why Endgame was such a disaster. The last time AS fans saw Vision was in the closing episode of Disney Plus series WandaVision. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what exactly he's been doing in the meantime. But yes, expected to feature Paul Bettany's Vision, James Spader's Ultron, and Farah Tahir. Yes, that's supposed to be Jocasta, but we'll have to get to that at a later date. But yeah, Marvel's broke. This is where things become a little bit more obvious, right? Because you see, oh, okay, cool. Instead of having that really great Ultron CGI, or even doing, prosthetics on him like you have for Vision right here. Okay, yeah, we just do human form. We could just get Paul Bettany. We could put a little bit of makeup on him. We could put a little bit of makeup on James Spader, and away we go. Okay, because yeah, Marvel, Disney Plus, Disney for streaming. Yeah, I ain't got any money to throw around. Like, if you guys are doing like a live action remake or something, like, yeah, we can go ahead and float you 200 bills. But if you're just putting something on our streaming service that realistically nobody's watching, then yeah, just budgets are tight this time of year. Vision series, yes, turns AIs into cheap humans. Marvel's upcoming Vision series is reportedly cutting corners by making its AI characters appear in human form for most of the show to save on visual effects costs. Because yeah, there you have Jocasta. We talked about that before. Tina Miller, where yeah, you have the wife of Ultron. And it's like, yeah, that's actually a pretty decent design. Okay, like that would look pretty cool. It's just also going to look pretty expensive. And ain't nobody got money for that. The scoop comes from Daniel Richman, and confirms, what Cosmic Book News was talking about. Marvel, or the MCU, is officially broke. Well, I would say on the streaming side of things, because those movies, it's like Doomsday and Secret Wars, those are very likely going to be the most expensive movies of all time. As noted in earlier leaks, the show is said to be featuring the returning androids in AI form. And AI, from the MCU, like Jocasta and Edith. However, don't expect them to look robotic. Instead, the low-budget workaround proves Tony Gilroy was right. Disney Plus is broke. And now even Marvel's most futuristic and sci-fi series is getting the bargain bin treatment, just like Daredevil Born Again. Oh yeah, they definitely scrimped out, not just on like the effects or anything like that, because the show, well, you'd made CGI pigeons instead of just filming pigeons in New York, which is very difficult to find, right? So yeah, that's how you spend your money, because it definitely wasn't on scripting or even a Netflix subscription to go ahead and watch the original Daredevil series, because holy shit was that bad. And Agatha, which nobody remembers, and Echo, which, remember that came out at the beginning of last year? Yeah, 2024. January of 2024. That came out. Nobody remembers that. The cast is said to include Paul Bettany, which it's probably not going to be the most expensive yet, but James Spader, same thing. Tina Miller, Emily Hampshire, okay, Carrie Condon, James Darcy, with Rudarth Malika, right, yes, Speed, and Farah Tahir, whatever, as Raza, Viva, La. RPK says Marvel will portray the AI characters in the Vision series as human forms throughout the show to cut down on the CGI and VFX expenses. Of course, he spins the reason is to get the series out ASAP in 2026. Yeah, but that's laughable and completely BS. I mean, like, the series is not going to be 24 episodes. It's probably going to be, 6 or 8? Like your traditional Marvel series length, okay? But given the fact that it's going to be, because Spider-Man's going to be a Sony project, it's still, connected to the MCU, and they're lending out a couple of their characters, with Hulk and Punisher is going to be over there. So yeah, it's going to connect, but it's still not going to be a Disney project, okay? It's going to lend into their universe, but they aren't going to be reaping any of those benefits at the box office. So the next thing that they have coming out after Wonder Man at the end of the year, it's Doomsday. That's it. Like, they got nothing else on the slate. So yeah, they kind of need something to continue the conversation, because without new product, how are all of those shills going to get excited for next product? So yeah, you kind of need something. So I do understand the need to get it out in 2026. But at the same time, it's like, you're not really making that much content. Like, these shows, these episodes, like, outside of Andor's always going to be the exception. Like, you're never really dealing with a series that runs with episodes longer than like 35-40 minutes. So in total, you might have 3-4 hours pushing it of content, and you can't get the androids, you can't get the AI looking like the proper AI. You need to leave them in human form. I don't buy it. He adds that Coom Vision travels to Madripoor, yes, in search of the lost memories and humanity. Along the way, he encounters our Ultron, now in human form. But yeah, going back to what Tony Gilroy said, yes, the Disney straight up blew $650 million on Andor because, yeah, Lucasfilm cannot budget their products at all, okay? Because Andor looked really goddamn good. And you can actually see that $650 million on the screen. But for the 8 episodes, the 8 30-minute episodes that you got of The Acolyte costing $230 million fucking dollars or $90 million on that atrociously flat-looking Obi-Wan Kenobi show, yeah, Lucasfilm definitely has a budgeting problem. So yeah, when you factor all that stuff in, $650 million for 24 episodes of a series that looked really goddamn good and also gave you upwards of an hour per episode, I mean, it's not that expensive. It's not exactly what broke the camel's back, but it's spending like that on such a on such a sunk cost proposition like Disney Plus. Yeah, that leads to these corners being cut eventually. Okay, he said that while he got his money, yes, for the show, Disney told him during the making of season 2, streaming is dead and we don't have the money we had before. True to Gilroy's words, 24 hours later, Disney would announce massive layoffs and cutbacks to its entertainment, television, and film marketing team. So yeah, even Vision looking the way that he did in another Disney Plus show from 4 years ago, and by the time that this series comes out 5 years prior, yeah, he's going to be looking a little bit more bargain Vision as opposed to white Vision, as opposed to proper Vision, and more like Paul Bettany, and Ultron a little bit less like Age of Ultron and more like Middle Age of Ultron. It's gonna be a bumpy ride for Marvel into the future. And hey, Fantastic Four, we're gonna be getting off to the best first steps possible. Right, wrong. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.